Welcome to the Sales Lab.
One of the areas that my research tends to focus on is on social network patterns, right, within organizations. And we could get way in the weeds talking about this, but in terms of the tactics, when we tell people, hey, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, it's probably a little both, technical sales, or make sure you're well connected when you start your job, when you get in there, when you get to the new office, when you get to the new region, whatever. Start building these connections, and in my estimation, that's still pretty vague, right? Which I think you were kind of alluding to there as well. It's like saying, "Go do it." Okay, well, how? And I'm learning that the way that most people will, the conclusion that most people will come to is that I need to connect with the big bosses. All right. Okay. The VP of sales needs to know my name if I'm on the sales team. I need to connect with the star performers, right? The people who are that get called up on the stage at the end of the year and everybody claps. These big visible people. I need to connect with the popular people, right? It's like going into a new high school and you say, okay, that guy's cool, that girl's cool. I need to know these cool people, right? And it's not a terrible strategy, but it is the strategy that will occur to everybody. Right. So at best, you're probably courting mediocrity, right? It'll get you some benefit, but maybe not the differentiating connections that you really want. And that corresponds to, we could measure it in a couple different ways, but we would call that maybe an eigenvector centrality, which is just a terrible name for it.
Doctor, explain that to me.
Relational centrality. It's, okay. I'm connected with popular people who are well connected and highly visible, and I'm trying to get some kind of reputational benefit. Okay. And when we measure this, it ends up being a driver of performance maybe in half of the companies that we measure it. Half is not bad. It's good. But there's another approach, well, at least maybe one, maybe two more approaches that say, okay, yeah, I see everybody's trying to connect with the VP of sales. And if I'm the VP of sales, that means that a whole bunch of people are bugging me, a whole bunch of people that aren't bringing any value yet are trying to be my best buddy. I don't have enough time as it is, and now I've got every new hire coming. Oh, hey, I just wanted to see. Oh, you play golf? Oh, you like it? Oh my gosh, it's just going to be insufferable. As the VP of sales, what I want to know is, are you going to perform? If you want to be on my radar, you need to do really well, so that I have to call your name on stage at the end of the year at our big meeting, and then I know, oh, John. He's the guy, the new guy that was hitting all these great performance thresholds. So instead of doing it that way, we could just try to connect with people who we know that other people are not connected with, right? So everybody in my territory, everybody in my division is connected with the VP of sales and the top performer nationally and whatever, the big names. But none of them are connected to the guys over in the warehouse. I'm going to wander down to the warehouse. No major objective in mind at the time, but I'm going to go and I'm going to meet them. I bet if I have good relationships with the people in the warehouse, that if I run into something like, hey, my customer is ready to buy something, but they need it delivered and shipped, and I need to kind of bump in line, and I bet that could come in handy one day. But only if I know these people. Because if I run down to the warehouse and say, hey, you don't know me, hook me up, please. Don't I look nice? Don't you want to help me out? Well, they might, but it's not going to be as not as effective. Or hey, nobody ever goes and talks to the finance people. I wonder if I go talk to the finance people, if what they taught us in training is the status quo, the business as usual financing options. Well, but the people working in finance all day, every day have some off the beaten path possibilities. And if I understood, maybe they would let me sell some business that wouldn't qualify under the status quo, the normal procedures, but they would qualify under some special financing that we offer. And very different approach, right? I'm going to ignore the people that everybody else is going after. I'm going to go connect with people who maybe they know something that I should know. Maybe they can point me in a direction that I've never thought of, right? And when we measure this type of a centrality in organizations, it's predictive of performance damn near 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. That if you can access these pockets of unique information, that you can leverage those to do really, really well.